Welcome back to module number 3, video number 2. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and talk all about meal prepping. I personally absolutely love meal prepping. It just makes everything so much easier for me and helps me stay on top of my nutrition. But I know that a lot of people can feel very overwhelmed. So hopefully here are some tips to make meal prepping a little bit easier if it's for you. Again, meal prepping is just a tool and it's not for everyone, but if you want to go ahead and try it, here are some tips. So first, if you're new to meal prepping, I would highly suggest just starting small because if you meal prep for like the entire week, it can be overwhelming so really quickly. So just start by thinking about the days that are just a little bit harder for you to stay on top of your nutrition. For most people, it's going to be on the weekend. So that can be 3 or 2 days. That way, it just becomes easier for you to stay on top of your nutrition on the weekends. And then after that, you can slowly progress to meal prepping more days once you get the hang of it and find what works for you. Another thing is to definitely plan ahead, kind of about what we talked about in the first video. So again, check what you already have at home so that way you don't have to get extra things that you don't need at the grocery store. And then when you plan your meals, go ahead and use the template that I have available to you guys in your client only section on my website and try to hit every major food group just because you want to create a well balanced meal. From there, you would create your grocery list, and I highly recommend looking up recipe ideas. There are recipes for virtually anything. I love using Pinterest for recipe ideas. You can even Google recipes that you want to or that you're specifically looking for. It can be like recipes, pasta recipes, or low carb recipes, or recipes that meal prepping in 10-15 minute recipes. Anything, literally, like the internet has everything. So I highly suggest doing that and then saving them and using them for your meal prep. Another thing that I do recommend is also separating your grocery shopping days and your meal prepping days, because if you do both on the same day, it can easily take hours to do both. So what I do is I get my groceries on Saturday. Usually takes maybe like 1 or 2 hours, and then I would meal prep on Sunday. Again, it would take me maybe like 2 hours to get my meal prep all done and already. So when you're at the grocery store and you want to just make the process of meal prepping a lot easier, just buy ready-to-make items. Like meal prepping does not have to take hours. It can just be super easy and can be done in an hour. So while you're at the grocery store, you can buy foods like microwavable rice, frozen veggies, canned food items, ready-to-eat protein. So let's take the example of you're making a kind of like a Chipotle style like Mexican bowl, for example. Go ahead and buy some microwavable rice, put it in the microwave, throw it in your meal prep container. Go ahead and get some canned corn. Again, put in your meal prep container. Then go ahead and get your canned beans. Just throw it in your meal prep container. And then lastly, go ahead and buy some of those frozen, ready to eat chicken strips and just throw it in your container. And that's literally it. I literally would have done that in like 10 minutes. This would definitely make the process a lot easier, and then you can just put the seasonings that you want. Another thing is to be smart with your kitchen gadgets. So this is why I absolutely love the slow cooker. I can just throw everything in there and just leave it for 4 hours and it would be done. And this is actually how I make my chili. I just throw in like all my beans and all my ingredients. I just leave it in there to cook, and then that's it. After it's done, I just portion it out into my meal prep containers. Another thing is using like stuff like your rice cooker. Just throw in your rice, leave it. It should be done in like 30 minutes. And then even buy some good meal prep containers. I like these glass ones. That way I can freeze my meal prep. So that way my food isn't spoiled throughout the week. I can even just throw it in the microwave. So just be smart with what you have at home and do things that can make the process just a lot easier for you when you're meal prepping. Another thing is making the prep easier while you're in the process of meal prepping during the kitchen. So first, grab everything that you need, all the tools that you need, so you're not kind of like running around the kitchen trying to find what you need. And then from there, I cook items that I can leave alone first. So for example, if I'm doing something with the slow cooker, I'll go ahead and throw everything that I need in the slow cooker first because I know I can just walk away and do whatever I need to get done. Or if I'm using the rice cooker and I'm cooking rice, I can just throw my rice in the rice cooker and leave it and then do whatever I need to get done. After that, I'll go ahead and wash and chop all my veggies so that way I'm not chopping them and washing them like in the middle of like my meal prep. So hopefully this video was helpful, and next time you meal prep, you use some of these tips. And then if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know.